But thoughts on today? Again, to me, it just seems like the dog chasing his tail again. And it goes round and round, and more money is spent, and fathers are still getting beat up, and kids are being hurt. So, I just wish it would end. Get more fair, get onto a more level playing field. I'm not opposed to paying for my children. I love them very much, but they bled me to death. Not the kids, my ex. There's no more blood to squeeze from the rock. So, but they keep squeezing, and that's about it.
All right, man. We might have lost this time, but we're going to keep organizing, keep coming, okay? So don't give up. Everybody just keep coming and tell your friends and everybody. Justice for all of us. Not injustice.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Christopher Jensen. I'm one of the members of the Fathers and Families group. I attended the federal courthouse session today. Our petition got shot down. I thought it was more of a chain of command issue, whether they want to pursue it through the state. We do pursue it through the state. But I think, if anything, the activities for today made more people aware. And, I think more people should be aware of the child support guidelines and the visitation rights within our state. It's going to hell in a handbasket. That's it.
Hi, supporters, women and men for fathers, fathers groups and fathers and families. I went to the courthouse today, the Federal District Courthouse, and it didn't come out exactly how we wanted it to, but at least we know where to go from here. And so hold strong, everyone. My boyfriend is a single father, so I know exactly what you're going through, and I volunteer with Ned, with Fathers and Families, to try to help you guys as well. So stay strong, and I'll be praying for all of you. God bless.
Now.
Well, we went to Federal District Court today about the new child support guidelines. We don't think those guidelines are any good. We think they're unconstitutional, they're unfair, they're bad for children. We made our argument. We didn't do too well today. Federal court said they didn't think it belonged in federal court. They sent us to state court. They said nothing about the merits of our case. They didn't say we had good merits. They didn't say we had bad merits. We are quite convinced we have good merits, but we need to go to state court. We tried to hit a home run today. Sometimes when you hit a home run, you strike out. But we're not concerned about this. We know we have a just argument. We're convinced we can win this. Our case was ably briefed and argued by Springfield attorney Greg Hession. Did a great job for us. Gregory is very experienced in both constitutional matters and family law matters, and we were very pleased and fortunate to have his services, and we're going to win the next time. By the way, my name is Ned Holstein, and I'm Executive Director of Fathers and Families, and we were enormously pleased to have about 40 or 50 just good, solid supporters in the courtroom. I doubt if Judge Woodlock has seen that many people in his courtroom, last year. So, with that kind of support, we're going to carry on. We're going to win.
Judge Woodlock really did not want to rule on the merits of this case. Judges in the federal court have a wide degree of discretion as to whether they're going to let cases involving state issues into their court or not. When a state deprives of citizens of the due process of law, you can go to a federal court and ask the federal court to make orders to make sure that those due process rights are preserved. But the judge has fairly wide discretion. He was quite adamant that he did not want to deal with the issues that were brought before him. So as Ned said, when you have to try a different forum, he felt that this was more of a state issue than a federal one.
We have probably close to 1 million people in Massachusetts who are affected by the Massachusetts Child Support Guidelines. We think that those guidelines were put together unconstitutionally. Just stop and think about it for a minute. We have the household budgets of nearly 1 million people have been determined by one judge, acting alone, unelected, not accountable to anybody. And I think we know from high school civics that there's something wrong with that, and we're going to do something about it.
It's our belief that the state legislature has to be involved in establishing guidelines. That's traditionally the type of thing that legislature looks at, particularly when it affects the rights of some of the citizens. And it involves their property and their liberty. And when a guidelines amount is established and a person isn't able to pay it, they can go to jail for contempt. So not only money is at stake here, but actually liberty is at stake. So we felt that these were federal issues, but when the guidelines are reestablished, we're going to ask that the state legislature gets involved in the process, because that's really traditionally where anything of this sort of thing ought to be considered.
So we'll go to court, and in court, what we will do is get them to understand that this needs to be put back into the legislature with our elected officials.